Anime begins with Ittoki Sakuraba. He's a middle schooler with a packed schedule of studies and gymnastics, so he doesn't get much time to fool around. But it's the last year of his middle school, so for only this one time Ittoki thought of ditching his class, but seeing Kosetsu he changed his mind. Kosetsu always keeps an eye on him to make sure doesn't skip his classes because Ittoki's mother asked Kosetsu to keep Ittoki in check. So he made a dash to get to his cramped school on time and chose to take a shortcut, but suddenly a truck got his front tires busted and Ittoki barely avoided crashing into it. During which someone saw his cool backflip. Then the scene shifts to Tokisada, an old hag complaining about the veggies, and he doesn't seem to be hearing her, so Kuzu and Reiha handle the matter. Then he gets a nice scolding from both of them, and Yumika gives him a day off for today, but before that she tells him to pick up Ittoki on his way. He did as he was told and Yumika got home a bit late. She's a widow who raised Ittoki all by herself. Apparently his father died in an accident when he was a baby, so he wants to support her mother. But she's a nice mom, so she wanted Ittoki to focus on his studies rather than earning money to support her. Things are really going well, right? But now Ittoki got a love letter and he goes blank because it was the first time that someone actually got interested in him. Her name is Satomi Tsubaki. She had her eyes on Ittoki for a while and now she worked up the courage to confess, and Ittoki can't miss out for his first time, so both agreed to meet on Sunday for a date. He was in an excellent mood, so he tried to make an excuse to miss out on his Sunday classes, but Yumika knew he got a date with a girl. She was excited to know about the girl. But not even Ittoki knew a single thing about Tsubaki, so Umika tells him to drop the idea of going out with a person who he doesn't even know. Ittoki wanted to enjoy his life for once, so he didn't listen to his mother and met up with Tsubaki, and right away she invited him to her house. Ittoki was nervous when Tsubaki came in with drinks. Love was in the air, and Tsubaki wanted to take the next step right away, so Ittoki thought it was just a prank, but then many men in black come out of hiding to kill him. But Kosetsu gets there to save him as she threw him outside, then Reiha and Kuzu manage to take him away, but the assassins blocked their way. There Reiha tells Ittoki to run away to get to town right away, which Ittoki does, but then lights go off and he sees a cop. Ittoki tries to explain his situation to him. Then those assassins even kill the cop and then ties him up, but their Tokisada makes a cool entry, and seeing him that cop who's pretending to be dead also gets up. He's got a nickname of demigod for his godlike skills and instantly he saved Ittoki from those kids. Then Ittoki awoke in front of his family home, which he had never heard of. And the chief there was his mother. Yumika reveals to him that the shinobi of the Iga village are surrounding him. He didn't believe that ninja actually existed in this era, but Yumika tells him that ninja do exist even to this day, and there are quite a few ninja villages that still operates. They just adapted to the era and live under a camouflage, pretending to be ordinary peoples. And the most powerful village right now is the Koga village with tons of wealth and modern ninja techniques. And now they are aiming to take over Iga village by killing Ittoki because he is the 19th successor of the Iga village. She wanted Ittoki to become a ninja. But it was way too sudden, so Tokisada dragged him away to have one-on-one chat. He asks him to make up his mind, and his brain was going nuts to even think about choosing a bloody path. So Yumika knew that the kid wouldn't be able to handle it, so she had ordered Tokisada to help Ittoki escape beforehand. But before he chooses that, he tells him that Yumika was just like him when she had to step up as a leader of the village. She's not even a ninja yet after her husband. The chief of the village died. She protected the village. She has gone through a lot of pressure yet she didn't got scared, so she decided to give Ittoki a chance to make a decision about his life. And he just couldn't leave his mother alone like that, so he decided to become a ninja in order to succeed as an Iga village chief, and for that he had to enroll in a ninja academy. Because it would be dangerous to go to his regular school from now on, and this ninja school is under NSC, so even Koga won't dare to move on Ittoki. So Koga aims to become superior, and they were targeting Iga village because they accused that their previous chief was killed by an Iga ninja. So they were gathering money and power to suppress those small village to become superior. Then at home it was still a while to get the location for the entrance exam. So in the meantime they discussed some ninja techniques, and then Tokisada received the location, and it was a mall of under Koga village. But exam is under NSC, so it won't be a problem because Kosetsu and Tokisada will be guarding this place, and for the test, all newbies will be tested with the hide and seek game. And under 10 minutes if the seeker catches the hider, or the hider successfully hides for 10 minutes, that individual will pass the assessment, and Ittoki was paired up with that Tsubaki here. She was set to kill Ittoki and he told this to Kasetsu, but there are other Koga ninjas in this as well, and their Tsubaki attacks them right in that public area and gets away with stealth suit. And Kasetsu follows her, but she gets her hands full with other attackers. She slips away to finally kill Ittoki. But he rang the fire bell and used a fire extinguisher to evacuate normal people out of there, and thankfully guard caught her and her plan to kill Ittoki failed. But not just her plan, Ittoki also failed because the timer ran out. He didn't want the ordinary people to be hurt, so he failed. But suddenly Tokasada received a call and was informed that Ittoki passed the test, so regarding this attack, chief of NSC gets to the head of Koga for this attack. Anado showed him that the attacker were all fugitive of Koga village, so Hayato has to accept that fake reason for now. And Yumika and Tokasada got the point that someone from their own village has turned traitor, and then Ittoki bids farewell to everyone and travels to Tokyo. From there he takes a subway train like John Wick to get to the Ninja Academy. There outside the station he met a lovely girl named Ryuko, but their talk didn't last long. Then Kasetsu takes her own way, and while Ittoki was admiring the scenes, he stumbled on some douchebags, but then a girl swapped him away pretending to be his bestest buddy in the whole wide world. Her name is Kirai and she just saved Ittoki from those douchebags of Koga village. Then inside for their entrance ceremony, the principal lays out 3 rules: not to kill, get caught, or betray, and following it they will be okay with everything. Then at the canteen they can't even order a meal because they are afraid of those Koga's ducklings, and as soon as he sees them, one of the douchebags begins to argue with him. Ittoki doesn't know anything. And their Suzaku tells him that the previous chief of Koga was murdered by Iga Ninja and for that they will take revenge. Koga ducklings have money so they get some real special treatment and gets high-class dorm, and other students get a haunted house for their dormitory. Then as the class begins, they will learn how to operate their ninja suits, which come with a ninja core that powers the entire suit, giving them a degree of power. Their goal is to reach the tower and return with the manji before the principal eats everything away. Then, the drill begins, and Ittoki doesn't know how to operate a ninja suit. And if he doesn't act quickly, he get a downgrade. So their Ryuko saw him and helped him by making a few adjustments to suits. She's a nerd about ninja tools and with her help he managed to at least move but falls down the cliff. There he saw the magic of his ninja core, that he didn't die even after that fall. And Ryuko tells him to protect his core at all costs or he will lose the power to operate the suit. She's from Saiga village, who are producers of ninja tools, but Ittoki holds her conversation to concentrate on their drill. Their Suzaku and Kasetsu were in the lead, and as Suzaku took the manju and was going back, he tried to attack Ittoki but Kasetsu intervened. Then Ittoki finds Kere on the sideline. She was beaten up by those idiots as they took away her manju, so Ittoki finds them for some payback. But they are more skilled than him, but Ittoki tried to grab him real hard, but it doesn't work. They were about to injure him with some serious damage, but Principal Juzin showed up and those pipsqueak left, so Ittoki returns to Kere to give her a manju that idiot stole from her. And then Ittoki climbs to the top of the tower, but his time was up, and Juzin ate the last piece right there. Then everyone avoided Ittoki after that, because he got into a fight with Koga. But he did make 2 dependable and loyal friends. Then, at the NSC headquarters, Hayato and everyone under him are working on the Koga chief murder case, and their likely suspect is Tokasada. Then in his office a newbie was assigned to his unit named Sure-1. She was up to take on tracking Tokasada's movement, and the guy gets to Gantetsu head of Saiga village. At the same time at the academy test were coming up, so Ittoki was preparing to study a lot, but once again this is not a normal school. They have to steal the question sheet and this is their real test. And for this 2 random dudes just come in to join them. They saw how Ittoki stands up to Koga for his honor, so they join him out of admiration. Then Ittoki begins learning about ninja tools and their Ryuko tells Ittoki about her past. She's the village chief's daughter, but her father doesn't want her to succeed him. Instead, he keeps telling her to live a girl's life. So she has to do everything she can to become a master craftsman and take the village chief's place. Then at night, Gantetsu and Tokasada were hitting it off at a ramen shop, and there he gave him a newly invented toy. But the sales are the problem because only Koga has the money to purchase this new tools. But earlier when Koga manager came to his shop, he tells them that they will transfer their business to overseas company if Gantetsu won't agree to make his tools a bit cheaper for them, and to add even more. They gave a secret blueprint on a device they wanted, but it was classified, so Gantetsu couldn't tell Tokasada about it, and the manager of Koga, that greedy man, gave out his own task to his assistant and left. Then Tokasada comes to Koga office at midnight and Shirwan was quietly following him. And there she saw why Tokasada is known as a demigod with the skills. He broke into Koga office, but there he didn't find the blueprint he wanted. So he ordered a large amount of ninja tools to Saiga village through that assistant's PC, but there Tokasada knew all along Shirwan was following him. So he used her as a bait to let security follow her, so that he could escape like a cool Chad. Then Ittoki and his team chose a target to steal and used a flying shuriken to locate the key. But he messed up right away. Then as he tried to flee he messed up yet again, but Kasetsu and Ryoko saves him and Kare creates a distraction to lure away the teacher. And there Ryoko used a personal ninja tool that she developed to unlock the safe and get the answer sheet. But the Koga ducklings were trying to stir up trouble, but for some reason they left right away. Then on the day of the test all the questions were different from the sheet they stole. And on the other side Tokasada gave out a nice profit to Saiga, so he disclosed the information on the blueprint and Tokasada rushes to Umika to inform him that Koga is after a ninja core that has been passed down in the Iga village. There's a myth about a ninja core with unlimited power, but this wasn't just a myth, it was real and the location of that core is only known by the chief. Then in the academy Kasetsu tells Ittoki that someone had betrayed them with their plan but not sure who is the culprit. Then Hayato of the NSC knew that Koga was after destroying the EGA for their grudge, so he began his own investigation. He knew that the suspect was Tokasada behind the Koga chief murder case. But he still believes that Koga is hiding something. But that brings our video to an end for today, but subscribe the channel to the latest updates of our videos.